My fiancé sneered, "You can barely take care of yourself. Why would I want kids with you?" in front of everyone at dinner. I walked out calmly, and what she tried to do next. We were at a dinner party with 10 friends. Wine flowing, normal evening. Someone brought up kids and starting families. I joked about being the dad who burns breakfast but tries really hard. Everyone laughed. Then Chloe, sitting right next to me, turned with this smile that didn't reach her eyes. "Honestly, you can barely take care of yourself. Why would I want to have kids with you?" The entire table went silent. That uncomfortable silence where people suddenly find their wine glasses fascinating. I felt like someone punched me in the stomach. Chloe laughed nervously and touched my arm. "I'm kidding. You know I'm kidding, right?" But she wasn't. I could see it in her eyes, that slight smirk. I set down my fork carefully. "Thanks for being honest about how you feel. I think that tells me everything I need to know about our future together." Her face changed. The smirk disappeared. "Wait, what? Daniel? I stood up and grabbed my jacket. "Thanks for dinner. I'll see myself out." "Daniel, don't be so dramatic," Chloe hissed, reaching for my arm. "Sit down." I pulled away. "Enjoy the rest of your evening." I drove home, poured bourbon, and sat there thinking, here's what nobody at that table knew. This wasn't a surprise. Chloe had been making comments like this for months. Little digs about my job not being impressive enough, comparing me to her friends' boyfriends who were lawyers or worked in tech, jokes about my paycheck in front of her work friends. I'd brought it up privately. She'd always say I was being too sensitive or just joking, but when someone repeatedly tells you they don't respect you, believe them. I'd been realizing I was more like a project to her than a partner, someone she wanted to improve rather than someone she valued. Our lives were already separate. Apartment lease only in my name, separate bank accounts, no wedding deposits made. We were done. 2 days later, Chloe was blowing up my phone. I didn't respond. I wasn't punishing her. I was just done. I'd spent 3 years trying to be enough for someone who clearly thought I wasn't. I felt lighter than I had in months. 5 days in, her best friend Megan called. "You're really gonna blow up your entire relationship because you got your feelings hurt over one joke? Let me ask you something. If your boyfriend stood up in front of all your friends and said you weren't worth having kids with, would you marry him?" Silence. Saying something hurtful once might be an accident. Saying it repeatedly, that's just who they are. Tell Chloe, I'm not fragile. I'm just done accepting less than the bare minimum of respect. I hung up. I started packing up Chloe's stuff. 4 large plastic bins, everything labeled and organized. A week later, I got home and found Chloe sitting in my hallway, eyes red, makeup smudged. "We need to talk." I unlocked my door. "Come inside." She froze when she saw the bins. "What is this?" "Your things. I figured you'd want them back." "Daniel, this is insane." I said one thing that came out wrong. I handed her an envelope with photos. Every vacation, every moment I'd thought was building towards something, our history. "I'm keeping the ring though. I'm still paying it off, and legally it's mine now." She started crying. "I didn't mean it. 3 years you're going to throw that away because I made one mistake?" I sat down. "Chloe, be honest. Was it really just one mistake? How many times have you made comments about my job not being impressive enough? About me not making enough money? Not measuring up to your friends' boyfriends? I was trying to motivate you. No, you were trying to change me, and I let you. I spent 3 years trying to be enough for someone who doesn't respect who I am. I do respect you. Then why did you tell a room full of people that I can barely take care of myself? If you respected me, you wouldn't say things like that. Joke or not." She tried to reach for my hand. I pulled back. "You'd had 2 glasses of wine. You weren't drunk. You were honest. And I'm grateful because now I don't have to wonder if I'm crazy for feeling disrespected. I can change. I'll never say anything like that again. I don't want to be with someone who has to consciously stop themselves from disrespecting me. I want someone who respects me naturally, who builds me up instead of tears me down." "So that's it? You're just done?" "Yeah, I'm done."